what's up everyone? It's the Ballpark Nomad here at loanDepot Park in Miami. Taking in 2 games for the Marlins. So I'm going to walk around and see what all this ballpark has to offer, and I'll check back with you.
loanDepot Park is the second home of the Miami Marlins. Originally named the Florida Marlins when they first became a franchise in 1993, their original home was Sun Life Stadium located in Miami Gardens. Sun Life Stadium, originally named Joe Robbie Stadium when it was built in 1997 as the home of the Miami Dolphins football team, shared its facility with the Marlins upon their arrival into Major League Baseball. The stadium went through a few name changes before becoming Sun Life Stadium in 2005. In 2012, the Marlins were welcomed into a new home at Marlins Park, a 37,000-seat ballpark that was built on the site of the University of Miami's old Orange Bowl Stadium in the Little Havana neighborhood. The ballpark was renamed loanDepot Park in 2021 when loanDepot, the nation's second largest non-bank retail lender, became the first naming rights partner in the ballpark's history. Sun Life Stadium, now called Hard Rock Stadium, is still the home of the Miami Dolphins and the University of Miami Hurricanes. So let's take a look at loanDepot Park. The outside of loanDepot Park doesn't offer many photo ops. However, this piece of artwork used to be inside the ballpark in center field where the home run harbor is now located. When they redesigned that area, they moved this outside. As I came up the escalator, I was greeted by the main team store located behind Section 25. If you are looking to take home some game-used memorabilia, you'll want to visit the Authentics Kiosk located adjacent to the Marlins main team store. Next to the Authentics Kiosk, you will find this mural paying homage to the Orange Bowl.
So this is one of the cooler parts of the ballpark. This, of course, is out in the outfield. You can see the entire Miami skyline. And I'll show you from our seats over in Section 24. I should be able to see the skyline from there as well. Pretty cool vantage point here out in the Outfield Concourse. I'm on the main promenade level. So out here in the Outfield Concourse between sections 32 and 34, there's this Budweiser bar. Again, got an amazing view of the city of Miami. But the coolest thing is you turn around, you got some bar tables, you got some bar rails. You got a killer view from the outfield, the whole field. Scoreboard. Pretty cool area. Grab some food, grab a beer, come here and watch the game for a few innings. Maybe snag a home run, who knows?
Another cool place to hang out with awesome views is Home Run Harbor. It's a multi-level bar with great views from center field.
So one fun fact is I'm an absolute crazy bobblehead fanatic. I love collecting them, primarily of the Mets, the Pirates, but pretty much any bobblehead I could get my hands on. Well, here at loanDepot Park, they got a pretty amazing bobblehead display. I'm sure you've heard before. So I'm going to pause this and flip this camera around and show it to you. So this is out in the center field. It looks like around section 34, 35, but this is their Bobblehead Museum. Bobbleheads from all the different teams. A lot of your Marlins through here. Nationals. There's my Mets. But this thing is literally, as you can see, 360 degrees with bobbleheads. Quite the impressive collection. I got some presidential ones, obviously, because it's a DC mascot. Tampa Bay, Colorado, Yankees, Dodgers, you name it. They've got it. Pretty impressive.
Next to the Bobblehead Museum is Billy's Boathouse, an area where kids can work off some energy. You may even catch Billy, the Marlins mascot, hanging out here.
Alright, so I'm getting ready to head into the Fanatics team store behind section 12 on the lower promenade level. If you're a Ballpark stamper, this is where you go in to get your stamp. So I'm going to head in there and do that now. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
All great, all great. Mary.
All right, that's beautiful, man. Good job. Can I get your signature just right below there just to authenticate it for
I got
me?
you.
All right, thank you so much.
Of course.
This was my view from night one at loanDepot Park.
So this is my view from section 24, row 28.
I got it.
All right, so I'm back in my seats. Like I said earlier, I'm sitting in section 24, row 28, third base line. Just want to give you a little pre-game update, kind of what I thought about walking around the ballpark and what I came up with. So one thing I did notice is, unlike some of the other dome stadiums, this one definitely doesn't have that warehouse feel. I feel it's a little bit more open, and a lot of it has to do, I believe, with the windows out in the outfield, where you can see the Miami skyline. Those windows just kind of seem to open it up a little bit. It's pretty bright in here. I mean, it seems like a daylight game. The roof is closed right now. It's storming outside. One thing I really like is the concourse area where all the food vendors are is all open, meaning you can look down into the field. You won't miss any action if you're standing there in line getting food. It's a pretty dead crowd tonight, as unfortunately it's happening a lot with the Marlins these days. Team store is pretty small. I shot a little bit of a video of that, so you could check that out. I tell you what, though, the staff here, hands down, some of the friendliest folks I've met at any ballpark. They're fantastic. A lot of Cardinals fans here tonight, and looks like I said, it's going to be a small crowd, but I'll give you an update throughout the evening. I'm going to catch some of this game action and do a little bit more recording, so I'll catch up with you here in a bit. So this is the view from section 11. As you can see, I'm going to zoom in, and through the windows you got a great view of the Miami skyline, which is really, really cool. All right, so we're heading up to the 200 level, the Legends level. This is where you're going to find the Marlins Hall of Fame and Museum. So I'm going to spin this camera around again and show you all that. So you got two different directions here. There's the Hall of Fame, and then there's a history wall. Ichiro Suzuki. Luis Reyes. And you got this giant walk-through Marlins history wall here. Marlins 2 World Series trophies, 97. (2003). And flip it around here. World Series banners. We head down to the Hall of Fame area. This guy looks pretty happy. Miguel Cabrera. Pitbull, obviously, not a player. Excuse me. This area is called the Marlins Clubhouse, Legends Clubhouse. Dontrell Willis. All the Marlins franchise leaders. Bud Rodriguez. In the Marlins Hall of Fame. So this is something that's pretty cool. You could rent a charger for your phone. Looks like it's 30 minutes for $3. Or it says you can keep it for $50, but your phone's running low here. That's a great option for you. update you guys on a few other things. When it comes to tickets, I was told online by a few folks that they were told by ushers here that if you go to I believe it's the north ticket window outside, that you could get a paper copy of your ticket. Unfortunately, that's not true. I asked them if I purchased a ticket for tomorrow's game from the ticket window, could I get a paper ticket? They said no, everything's digital. So strike out there. As for your first game certificate or button, at the section right behind section 12 at the guest services, you could get your first game button, which you can see here. I asked her about a certificate because I did see some folks get one. They do not have them here, but if you go on the website, I'll put the link down below, as well as here's what the application looks like. You can actually go online, fill out the form, and it hit my email instantly. So you can get a certificate, you just have to go online. So just want to give you guys an update about that stuff. The game used balls, I did check at the Authentics store, and they said normally they do have them starting around the 5th inning. However, for some reason, they're not available until Friday this week. So she did take my information, and I'm going to have one mailed to me. So in case anyone's hoping to get a game used baseball same day, I don't know why this week they're not available until Friday, but she says normally you can get them same day. So I just want to give you guys an update on that. So I want to show everybody where I parked here at loanDepot. I am at the home plate garage, and I'm literally right across the street from the ballpark. They have 4 parking garages all around the ballpark. Let me show you how close I am. I'm going to pause this and switch this around. So here I am, coming down the steps from the parking garage. I am this close to the entrance of loanDepot. So as you can see, very convenient. $16 for parking. So this will give you an idea of how the parking garages are laid out here at loanDepot Park. Pretty straightforward. Everything's real easily accessible to the ballpark.
Night 2 at loanDepot. Let's go get some food.
Heavy hitters, serving up a typical ballpark food. Get yourself a souvenir cup here. Nachos, hot dogs. This little shortstop market here. Some grab and go food, popcorn, beverages. You got sliders serving smash burgers, chicken tenders, or typical ballpark food, variety of burgers. Some grains, some protein. That's baseball. Get yourself some arepas. Toby's. This will also serve some of your typical ballpark food, hot dogs, burgers, fries, chicken tenders, nachos. Get yourself another souvenir cup here as well. Billy's Bites. Got some kids' meals, ice cream, sweets. Get your helmet ice cream here as well. You got Familia Faves, some of your typical ballpark food, hot dogs, peanuts, nachos, popcorn, souvenir cups. Street dogs, hot dogs and sausage. Got battered up. Chicken tender sandwiches, fries, souvenir cups. Change up, you got yourself quesadillas. Got Celine's Top Dog, hot dogs and french fries. Foul pole, chicken sandwiches, chicken tenders, fries. We got Abo Taco, got a whole bunch of quesadillas and different types of tacos. Got Diamond Dough, got a bunch of pizza here, cheese, pepperoni, veggie, different toppings. You got Pardon My Cheesesteak. Obviously, you know what they serve. Hi, how are you? What's that? Yes, thank you. All right, so the Bullpen Bar and Grill. This place is supposed to have some pretty cool views, some cool food. How's it going? Good.
Welcome.
Thank you. You don't mind if I do a little recording for YouTube channel, do you? All right.
Oh yeah, that's
Tables, chairs, full bar. Pretty cool views, if you ask me. Cool thing is you can get right up next to the back of the left field fence here. Pretty cool view. Got the scoreboard right here. Got yourself a full bar. So back behind section 28 here, it's called the Lineup Food Hall. You can see the little blow-up guy waving you on in. Looks like some of your options here are baseball. Build your own bowl. The press box. Got New York pastrami, Cuban sandwich, all-star chicken sandwich. And then the sweet spot. Cupcakes, donuts, all kinds of goodness. All right, so I decided to go back to the what's called the lineup, and I ended up going with one of the bowls. I got the chicken and rice bowl, so I'm going to spin this around to show you what it is. So this is rice, black beans, corn, cilantro, cheese, and pulled chicken. They also had pork and beef options as well. So I think at the end of the game, I'm going to go back and check out their Cuban sandwich, which is supposed to be really good. So this is a view from my section tonight. I'm in section 32, row 1, above the left field Bullpen Bar and Grill.
In left field, number 64, and in the infield as shortstop, number 6, Lopez. The third baseman, number 24, Maximo Costa. At second base, number 9, Xavier Edwards. The first baseman, number 33, Eric Magaman. The mound, catching, number 50, Agustin Ramirez. And on the mound,
So as you can see, most of the 200 and 300 levels seats are completely blocked off. I attempted to go up there to get some footage, but they even have the escalators and the stairs completely roped off. Obviously because of the small crowd. So I wanted to try to find the highest point in loanDepot that I can sit to get a vantage point. So I'm up here 2 rows from the top in section 139. Turn us around, which you see the vantage point from up here. So as you can see, it's a pretty cool view. Almost as high as the scoreboard. One mistake I did make though was I brought my ice cream up here to eat, and it is significantly warmer. I was seated down in left field, right down there above the bullpen. It's got to be 8 to 10 degrees warmer up here. So keep that in mind if you're going to sit in these upper levels in the outfield. So as you can see, the walkway to get up to the 100 section of the outfield is quite industrious. Basically looks like you're walking through a catwalk in a warehouse with all the HVAC running around you.
The area around loanDepot Park is primarily residential with very limited dining options, so prepare to eat inside the ballpark.
All right, so that's a wrap from loanDepot. Saw 2 games here. Overall, ballpark isn't as bad as I hear many people say. It's definitely got some positives, got some negatives. I mentioned some of the positives earlier. Unfortunately, both nights, crowds were just really, really small. And just kind of put the damper on the night, though. I'll tell you what, I'll give it to the Marlins fans for there being such a small crowd. They are highly energetic, so I'll give them that. So as usual, if you like this video, please give it a like. Click that subscribe button. That'll help me keep doing what I'm doing and bringing you more footage and content. If there's anything you'd like to see in these videos, please comment below. Have a good night and happy chasing.